Hey my mate, thanks for the videos and well done for the practice. Things looking really, really good. So we'll go through that in a second. We do need to now start working on the downswing. However, you're at a point now where you want to learn what that downswing is, but also not overcomplicate it, not get sort of too caught up into sort of what is the correct plane to swing on and how do we do that. And, all right, because we have neatened up so well, and that's kind of the space we were now at, but you got there way quicker than I expected. Okay, so done really well with the setup, the backswing, and most importantly, following your body. So using your body correctly to turn behind the ball, turn through the ball, neatened everything out. And now trying to learn how to move that downswing correctly can get a little bit complicated. So we just got to manage that in terms of sort of keeping the momentum and the freedom and the thought going of always following their body and just slowly move that downswing onto a different angle, okay, a different plane or different angle. But let's not get too hectic and caught up in it, okay, because otherwise it can get a little bit frustrating, all right? Okay, so setup is looking way better, all right? I do, the centerness of the club also better. I do think we can still get a touch further over, a touch lower with the hand, with that driver. But I do like when it's more athletic. All right. And if you can and you get a chance, please can you send me some with irons as well, just to check what that setup and distance from the ball looks like with the irons, as well as the movement pattern, obviously, with the irons. All right. Okay, so backswing looking terrific. What you've done with the right leg and turning to shift weight, brilliant. Turning freely through the downswing. It's not 100% balanced all the time, but I feel like that's more to do with what that downswing is doing. Okay, it is looking absolutely terrific in a short space of time. Okay, because of that changing of the movements and obviously that downswing a little bit, like this, the centerness of strike is still a little bit out. So it's the toe hit that's going to cause the big right, and then being slightly above the little pull fade is going to be the good one for now. Okay, which is absolutely fine. Okay, all right, so simplistically what we have to do, keep on top of this good stuff, all right? But simplistically what we want to do, golf swing still a circle, still following our body, but we've just got to get our body to move on a slightly different angle on the way down. So the downswing angle is just a little bit, it's just a little bit too far that way. Okay, so we're always thinking of the golf swing as a circle, all right, when we're practicing, and we're trying to move that circle basically. That downswing is a little bit up. Okay, so then your circle kind of intercepts the ball a little upright, let's call it, a little steep, and then a little to the left. Okay, just coming a little bit this way. All right, but it's all happening here. So we just got to try and move this swing as naturally, as freely as possible while the legs and the body are still rotating, and we just got to move it onto a slightly flatter plane on the downswing, slightly flatter angle on the downswing. Okay. So that's where we are. Okay, so towel draw, you know, just do a few towards the end. So kind of build it up, right? So, where's a towel? Just build up some slow ones. And you can always change clubs as you go. And then if you can, I didn't put it on your notes, but can you do towel draw just with a few, just with the tees and the club head there? Okay, just getting used to addressing and hitting the middle of the face. I don't think it's going to be an issue in the medium term, but it's just a good thing. Okay, so just kind of towel drill. All right, and then just build it up to fuller ones, keeping those tees there. If you need a little bit of margin for your tee, that's fine. I would say the inside one's the important one for you. Okay, you can't put it upright, it's got to be at a little angle there. Okay, and then you kind of build it up. And then maybe even try a few drivers with towel drill. Alrighty. So you know what to do, that's the warm-up, right? Okay, so then the other two drills are both very, very similar. So what we're trying to do is just naturally move that angle a little bit, get your body to rotate on a slightly different angle on the downswing, again, without complicating it too much. And then just kind of learning your angle slightly. Okay, so I guess we can move those. Okay, so the first one's the right shoulder, right? So what we're trying to do there, okay, is on the downswing, okay, we don't quite rotate on that angle. We rotate on a slightly lower angle. Okay, so the right side, although we're rotating, the right side works a little bit more underneath Okay, and we'll get to know this stuff more and more. That's why I said in the beginning, don't overcomplicate it just yet. Okay, but we don't unwind quite on this angle. We unwind more on that angle. All right, simplistically, it's basically because we move into the left leg, so the angle just changes slightly. Okay, so we're going to let this happen quite naturally. All right, so first one is drop the right shoulder, exactly what it sounds like. So from that pivot that we did, okay, what would happen is not pivot that way. What would happen is we kind of pivot. I'm exaggerating, but that's how we would pivot. A little bit right side underneath the left. Okay, so we're going to, now you might hit a few fat, as in hit the ground first. Okay, don't worry. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And it's not really how we're going to swing, but it's a drill. So we're trying to figure out where the sweet spot is. Okay, so nice normal setup, backswing, nice load, nice rotation. And then as we come down, we just kind of drop the head. We just drop the head and the right shoulder a little bit on the downswing. Okay. It's a little bit. Okay, so don't do it. That would be too much. You can see I didn't quite get off my left leg there enough. But just kind of figure it out. Okay, and just try it. And we're going to see what it does and what it feels like. Okay, so don't worry about overdoing it, hitting a few fat, hitting behind the ball. Okay, don't worry too much about that. Okay, so just all different clubs. Now, this will work really, 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 really well with the driver. Might hit the odd push, but it's going to work really, really well with the driver. Okay, with the irons, it's going to take a little bit of time. As I said, don't worry about hitting the ground. Okay, so normal backswing, nice load, drop the right shoulder, drop the head a little bit. Okay, and we're going to figure out where your sweet spot is. Okay, then the second one, push drill. Okay, very similar, except now more natural. Okay, so now more about the ball strike, so don't worry too much about dropping the shoulder. I said in your notes they feel a little bit of slide. Basically, what we're trying to do with the push drill is aim straight, but start the ball right. Okay, so a nice cool way to do it is to kind of slide your body a little bit across. Okay, again, if you overslide and it's deliberate, don't worry, we're going to figure it out. I'm going to show you as over the upcoming weeks how they work together. All right, simplistically, again, just going back. Okay, the backswing is turn, shift, turn. It's actually not turn, turn. Okay, so we just have to kind of figure out how to get this downswing correct. Okay, so you can use a ball, you can use a twist stick, you know, you can put a stick in the ground or something like that, but basically put something on the target line. So there's the ball I'm hitting, there's a ball, there's the target over there. Very, very naturally. Again, if you feel a little bit of a slide to make room, that's fine. But very, very naturally, aim straight at that thing. And don't worry how much, but just start the ball right. Okay, so a little push. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the slide from that side, but I just slid a little bit and then pushed and started that ball out right. Okay, now if you know how to push the ball, okay, then you're going to know how to shift, rotate, and actually get the ball starting straight. Because right now it's a little pull or sometimes a fade. All right, so it's absolutely fine. Okay, so just slightly manipulated drills. That's not how we want you to swing either of those drills. They're just going to teach you something about the missing link there now between the backswing and the downswing. Okay, and again, we're going to learn and understand in more detail as we do it and as we review the videos in terms of could you get the shoulder to change angle on the downswing? Could you get the ball? Could you get your body to slide and just start the ball a little bit to the right? Okay, and then we're going to figure out how to put it together with what you've done so far. Okay, thank you. I hope that's not too complicated. Again, don't worry too much about it. It's just drills. It's not really how the swing looks or works, but we will teach you that and show you that on your video reviews. Okay, give it a try. Let me know how it's going, and obviously send videos, and we'll chat during the week. Okay, thank you, my mate. Talk to you later.